Hey guys and gals, hey guys and gals, what is good? What is good? How do you do? How do you do? Let's go! Turn it up, blay blay, turn it up. Thank you guys and gals for hitting that play button. Let's go! You know I love that. I know, blah blah blah. You know. You know I love that. I sincerely. Whew. I'm fine. I'm good, guys. But I definitely do. I definitely do. You guys are awesome. We'll get our words out today. I want to check the stream quickly. Let's go! Another recent subscriber. Turn it up! Where are you coming from? I love it! Thank you for finding the channel. So awesome. But I definitely do. Okay, good. Sounds like you guys can hear me. You guys and galses? This guys and galses? Man, you're all awesome. You truly are. Beautiful, intelligent, fashionable people. I don't know. I just thought I'd throw that in because why not? Maybe you're fashionable, which is good. Having a little bit of, I don't know, not half prepared, not fully prepared, technical / kind of difficulties, but we're okay, guys. We're okay. Look at where's my other heartbeat sound? Unbelievable! It's gone. It's gone. What? Come on. Just looking at my transitions here, guys and gals. I don't know what's up. There's one that seems to be missing. I don't know why. It's a list. A list of sounds. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, that's sadness. At least we have one, I guess, on a positive note. That's why I couldn't find it. I'm like, where is it? Where is it? Okay, alright. I'm not going to let it bother me. Man, that's so lame. It truly is. Yeah, I don't know. Let's have some coffee, I guess, with this heartbeat. Oh, yeah. Turn it up. I need to finish up and chat, guys and gals. Bit better of a day, as you can tell. Yesterday, man. Whew. Probably shouldn't have streamed. I don't know. I almost wanted to do a redo. That's how bad I thought it was. But most of you still watched it, and hopefully you enjoyed it, regardless of the, yeah. Either way, if you didn't mind, you are awesome. Let's go. Obviously, I made changes to the environment. You know, I say to you guys, whenever I'm done streaming, I just close and save the program or the game project we're working on, and I don't do anything else to it, right? So I didn't want to just magically make a stream disappear and start and go, hey guys, look, there's some magical new stuff. I don't know where it came. No, I wasn't gonna do that. Keeping it real over here, keeping it real. Want to finish up in chat, get socials out. Stream Elements is working, which is great. Okay, good. Some positive stuff I like to, you know, send your ways to you guys and gals. Hopefully makes your day awesome sauceum. Okay, socials. Now every video pretty much in the description has it all, guys, but maybe some of you are lurking and twerking here in the live chat or live stream. You're awesome. You are awesome, definitely, for being here. And it's there for you. There for you. Okay. I do need to get more active with socials, but you know, guys, I won't lie. I'm pretty much working most of the time. I don't have time for socials. And I'm not much for drama and stuff. It's not my thing. I mean, I love seeing, I guess I will like watching shorts and stuff. I do. Just get some laughs in the day, you know, sort of thing. But I don't make it my whole life, you know. So, okay. Let's continue. We're almost there. Okay. Good. All right, that's good. And I want to shout out you guys, recent followers, whoever you are, wherever you are. Man, thank you for finding the content. That is so great. Thank you for hitting the old click button, checking it out. And you obviously liked it. You like what's happening over here. So that must mean I'm doing something kind of right. Otherwise, you probably wouldn't click. But yeah, let's go. Turn that up. Turn that up. Let's big yays that one. Yeah, that's right. Big yays. Okay, almost done. I do want to show you guys out too, supporters of the channel. Okay, I think it's important that, you know, I do. I don't think a lot of other channels do this sort of thing. It's like they get their 3 million subscribers or 300K, and then they just forget about you guys and don't care about you anymore, you know? You ever notice that? Am I wrong? I don't think I'm wrong saying that. Okay, blah, 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 blah. I know I haven't done this lately, but it's time to kind of do it again. Usually every time, guys, I start my streams and that, I usually, you know, talk a little bit, and then do socials and blah, 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 blah. I'm fine. Almost can't get my words out today. And show the love to the subscribers, you supporters. Supporters? Supporters, yeah. Supporters and viewers. Okay, guys? You're awesome, awesome. There are a whole bunch I haven't shouted out lately. Some of you, well, when I was doing C++ videos, there were a bunch of live stream peoples at the time. I haven't seen them lately. Mind you, it's not their fault. Mostly mine, because, you know, I tend to took breaks. I took a bit of a break from streaming, I guess. And so, if they haven't been around, that's not their fault. It is I, and I have no problems blaming myself. I will take the onus upon myself. Okay? So in the past, I've had usually in blah, 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 thinking and multitasking here in my brain, or at least trying to, pretending to, anyways. So in the comments, like obviously I put comments. A lot of times I'll mention and shout out those that dropped in on the live stream. Okay, these are past live streams peoples, and I want to show you guys the love. Again, you guys are all awesome, every single one of you. Shout outs to recent subscribers and supporters of the channel. Let's go vibes. Let's go vibes. Man, I need some let's go vibe sounds. That's what we need. Ba-ba-ba. What would be good? What's a good let's go vibes sound? It's not too bad. It's not too bad. Ooh, these are some cool sounds I haven't dropped on you guys at all. They're not bad. Okay. All right. There, that's it. I've done that. Okay, that's done. So next thing is to do this, and we're going to get going. We are going to get some work done today, and I do want to talk about that little error that we kind of had yesterday. I figured it out. But there's some pros and cons too, so I'm going to explain. Anybody, like, I'm not gonna be doing 5-minute videos on how to fix this, how to fix that. What's the term here? Let me bring up my channel, and I'm gonna explain why I do long content, or like hour and a half content. YouTube has this earn thing, okay? And your I don't know, your eligibility is dependent upon public watch hours. Okay? Now, doing 5-minute videos, I don't have 50 years to do 500 5-minute videos to get, I don't know, like you literally need 3,000 public watch hours. It takes forever for that stuff to move up, guys. I'm just saying, right? I mean, some channels, if you got 300K viewers, that's gonna bang out in a minute. But when you're not so popular, it takes a long time. Okay, it does. All right, so doing hour and a half content and you guys watching it, it's helping out huge. Okay, I'll probably go ahead and explain this again, but that's why. Okay, I'm not gonna do 5-minute videos for those that only care to just take from it and not learn. Like, I'm here to help you guys learn things too. Okay, so if you have any problems or difficulties with your project, guess what? If you watch my content, oh wow, you might actually, because things happen over here, like mistakes and errors and bugginess and what else not. And I do literally live stream, like I'm not faking it over here. Okay? I don't know how else to say it. Okay, you get to see everything. Okay, all the mistakes, and I fix it and I push through it. And a lot of times, sometimes I'll be like, well, I don't want to spend a lot of time, because this is thinking in my mind. Like, I research and I dig into a lot of stuff to figure things out, because that's who I am. I don't like. There's a lot of opinions and suggestions on the internet, of course, from others, and I take those variations, opinions, and suggestions to fix a problem from others, and then I just kind of merge it all together and figure out my own solution. So I take people's input and advice, and then I work out the problem myself. That's what I do. So you're gonna see things happen, and yeah. You guys are winning, man. Honestly, as far as I'm concerned, you're winning and learning. Okay, so let's go. Just wanted to throw that out there. I don't know, a little bit of a tangent, but it wasn't too bad. So, but this is for you guys, subscribers, supporters, viewers. I don't know if you're subscribed to the channel or not, but I'm gonna let you guys know I do appreciate you being here and watching, because it helps with obviously what I just finished talking about, the public watch hours. It's huge. It helps. So thank you for that. This is for every single one of you. Yeah, that's right. Subscribers, supporters, followers, viewers, you are all absolute beautiful, intelligent legends for peoples. Yes, let's go. Yeah, you guys are awesome. Trust me, I'm excited. You guys are awesome. You really are. Okay, we're gonna close this. Okay, I need my notepad, my 300 notepads that I have going on, and each are titled accordingly and organized in certain folders. So there's a bit of organization going on, but there's one specific one I'm looking for. Let's what do we got here? That's that. This is this. There we go. This is what I'm talking about down here, guys. Okay, I've been working on this. For you guys, I'm like, because I've had this issue in the past, and I just kind of ignored it, and this is what I would do. Clear. Oh, problem's gone! Yeah! All right. I don't have to worry about it until I hit play again. But I'm going to explain a few things here, okay? This is going to help you guys with your own project. Now, this has to do with the terrain samples assets, okay? Just to be clear, all right? It's not broken. It's not terrible, guys. Don't be so hard on Unity. Please, you guys out there. Okay, software is software. It's buggy. Just computers, man. You guys know this. Computers can be buggy and have issues, and it's almost like they have a mind of their own, you know? Some days, it's like, for me, like my OBS, for example, just as one example. I'm not saying anything bad about OBS, but it's like my mic gets disabled. I didn't even open the settings. Why is it disabled? You know what I mean? Like, things happen. Okay? It's not a perfect world. Alright? And we're all humans and we make mistakes, and we're the ones that are coding and writing the script and doing all that sort of things. Okay? A lot of us have OCD and ACDC and DCOD and FDHD and LFCD and whatever else for, I don't know. We're also very particular and can be OCD about things and whatever, but we also make mistakes too, and it's just, yeah, things happen. So just have an open mind and understand, okay? Unity is doing their best. Be thankful that you have their $5,000+ software that you get the privilege of using. Oh, that's amazing! Like, I know I'm not letting random people drive my $5,000 vehicle. I'm not going, here you go, here's the keys. You know? Because they're gonna wreck things. So I get into this because I put in the links because there, if you know anything, you've been working with Unity and you've been doing your own searching and such. Let's just kind of move around here. I'll give you guys a little bit of a different view here for you guys. That's for you guys. Okay, where were we? I'm going on just talking a little bit. We're going to be talking about this this little, you know, it's not a major thing. Okay, it's actually an easy fix, but there's also pros and cons when doing it. Okay. And so in Unity discussions is kind of what I was trying to get to, because, you know, my thoughts go all over the place and I just have to remind myself, okay, get back on track. So of course there's the whiners and criers on there, and they say, you know, oh, I'm so tired of Unity. It's like, get over yourself.
Pro Writing Aid provides insights
like,
to craft gripping plots.
Stop your crying. Get over yourself. How about it's not a Unity problem? How about it's a you problem? Now I'm talking about the individual in Unity discussions. That's what I'm talking about. Let's bring up the link, okay? And I'm going to explain where I'm going. I have a method to my madness here, what I'm talking about, okay, guys? What was yesterday's stream? Okay, I just got to bring up the link because I don't have the link in front of me. Oh, I guess I could have did this. Okay, must use the natural soft occlusion shader. That's what I searched. Okay, now whether they count my comment or not, I don't know, but I did have it. Oh, look, it's still there. Yay. Okay, so we got the criers over here. 10 years of Unity. Oh, with Unity, 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. We spend more time correcting than creating. How about get a backbone, suck it up, figure it out, and get over it and just do it. And hey, you became a better person. Okay? Here's another one. This is what I call an enabler. Same for me. Cannot set up correct tree banding because of this error. Plus, I'm unable to set bending factor with LOD. Unity is becoming disappointing. Ah! Shut the beep. God. Such children. Again, be thankful you are driving their 5,000 plus vehicle. Okay, so I say this, guys, because I'm a little bit stubborn. I like to figure things out. I use my own brain, and I know a lot of you guys. I'm not taking this out on you guys watching. Okay, let's be clear. All right, you guys are all awesome to me, every single one of you. Okay, beautiful people. I'm grateful and thankful that you're here watching. I truly am. Okay, so this is to help you learn and understand, and yeah. So let's just carry forward. So I like to dig in and figure things out. Okay, nothing's gonna be easy. Like, I'm so tired of the world always looking for the easy way out, the easy solution, the easy all the time. No wonder why some of us are stronger and have a stronger backbone, because we push ourselves to defeat things and problems, and we face things face on and face forward, and we face it, and we just deal with it, and we grind through it, and we push through it, and we figure it out on our own. Yes, we do go through the internet and search and look for solutions and stuff. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, you take the information, there's good advice and bad advice, you weigh the pros and cons, and you figure it out. Okay. All right. So with that said, okay, I'm not trying to go on a rant here, but some people just drive me crazy with their little crying episodes. Especially, like, be thankful you're using Unity. Just be thankful. Okay, I don't want to hear any of your crying. Stop being a beta. Okay, so here we go. How to fix NatureSoft occlusion. Okay, this is one of the Unity descriptions, or not descriptions, discussions. Okay, so what you do, we're going to go through all these steps. It's a real easy fix. It really is. I don't know why people are making it more difficult than it actually is. It's really a simple solution. All we're doing really is creating a folder. I'm pretty sure most of us know how to create a folder. So any problematic plants, okay? I need to put this over here. Like, for example, we had, which one? We had the fern one. Fern A, for example. Okay, just as an example, we would have that error come up. Of course, it's not right now. I'd have to kind of reload it for it to show up again. So you basically just, okay, now I'm not saying you guys do this, okay, because I'm going to let you know the downside to doing this. It works, it fixes the problem, it does. But there's a downside to it as well, okay? And I'll explain here shortly. Okay, so you drag and drop the prefab, right? So you go into the prefabs folder, and you actually create a new folder. So we could do that quickly. I'm just going to copy this. Maybe it'll work. Should be able to. Let's go here. I think I created the folder right in prefabs. Okay, oh, we don't have music going, do we? Okay. Yeah, sorry guys. Okay, just a little focused here. Okay, we got the vibes back on. All right, so back to this. Okay, hold up. Where are we? Oh my goodness gracious, Sally on Sundays. Okay, here we go. So, and then you just drag and drop the prefab, okay? The one that you're having issues with. Any prefab that gives you that error, okay? You've seen it at the beginning of the stream. Okay? So now you go to the materials folder, okay? I'm just going to show. So materials folder. Okay, so we're going to click fern. Okay, this is where hopefully you guys are learning and understanding more about shaders. Shaders makes the magic, the visual happen. Okay, it makes the magic. Without shaders, you're not seeing anything. Okay, colorful. Okay, so here we go. Let's look at this shader. Okay. So we're gonna talk about this shader graph. Okay, this is a bit of a learning, helpful kind of tutorial, but we're gonna try to get some work done today. Okay, so we need the shaders. The shader graphs are so epic. They really are. So the terrain grass is the one that we're I'm gonna double click it. There we go. Okay, you can see the work and attention to detail it takes to create a shader graph. These things are epic. Whoever creates this stuff, they're pretty intelligent people. They're smart, guaranteed. The common regular people would literally see this, cry, and run away. Now, if they can't make the criers that are on Unity discussions, the ones that are crying, if they can't make folders and figure out something as simple as this, there is no way they're doing stuff like this. There's no way. 100% guarantee it. I find myself a pretty intelligent individual. I got 3 degrees essentially. Not bragging or anything, but whatevs. I do. Okay? And I haven't done any of these myself, so I have to learn, and I have no issues saying that. Okay? These are, yeah. Okay? And you got to understand how to link things together. There's a lot of connecting going on. Okay? So, but these shader, I'm going to discard. They're called shader. Let me go here a sec. I want to use the right terminology. Shader graphs. Yes, they're shader graphs. I've worked with Unlit shader. I created that. That I have no problem with. I'm not going to say they're easy to do. They'll still be challenging for people, but the code behind is called Shader Lab. I know I couldn't get that word yesterday, but I have it now. It's called Shader Lab. It's kind of a combination of C++ or C# with, other kind of coding going on. Anyways, I guess I don't have an example in front of me. That's the only thing. Let's see, is there one in here? This could be it. This could be one of them. As a matter of fact, yes, it'll open it up in Visual Studio. You can actually type it up. This is called this looks like it. It looks very similar. Of course, we're getting some errors and whatever. Things are gonna happen. Okay, you get a lot of writing script and stuff, guys. It's getting script communication. Okay, Adam Free and that, it's making scripts communicate with each other, right? If you've grinded and done all anybody could create a third-person controller and put all the animation and put literally everything into one script and make it all work. Yeah, that's great. You did it all in one script. Okay, but working together and creating multiple varieties of different scripts, like managers and animator managers and UI managers and spawn managers, getting all that to work together and communicate with each other while utilizing private accessors. Okay, I don't want to go on a tangent, but okay. Yeah. All right. It takes a person at that level to be able to make all that happen magically without any issues. Okay? Just gonna throw that out there. All right, just being real here, guys. Just being real. The criers and the crybabies need to be told. Okay? So hopefully they know how to drag and drop stuff. Okay? Apparently that might be even too difficult for them. Too challenging to figure out. So you go to your materials folder and then you select the fern, which is what we've done. I don't need this open. We haven't really done any script yet. We've just kind of been creating. So materials folder, click fern. So it's suggesting, because the error is, now what happened here? But yeah, I'm just gonna clear that. That's because I opened that, whatever it is, but we're gonna ignore that for now. That's another issue entirely. Okay, which I need to, spend time and work through it to figure it out. Okay, and I don't want to do it on a live stream, trying to figure stuff out, and I could be going 2 steps forwards and 1 step backwards, or maybe I'm going, whichever, right? It takes a little bit of time, a little bit of focus and paying attention to figure things out, okay? It's hard enough for me to stay on track as it is. Okay, so going back to here. So it's here to fix it, to get rid of the error. Basically, you change the shader natural to natural tree soft occlusion leaves. Okay, that's how you would fix it. You go to here. Hopefully you understand what shaders are. This is created. Okay, and then you actually the name gets put into the list here, whichever one you're creating. Okay, but these are all kind of already built in, created for us. Okay, so there it is. I'm not going to select it. I'm going to explain why, because there's a reason why I don't want to. I'm just going to have to deal with the error. Okay, so that's how you do that. Real easy. But the problem is, now it's not a problem. I'm not going to say it's a problem. I really don't want to do it. Actually, I have to do it. Okay, just so you can see. Okay, there we go. Okay, so this is what happens. Okay, and boom, that's when people start quitting. Oh no, a magenta error! Ah, I quit! Holy, get strong already. Try to deal with it and figure it out. It's not that bad. Okay, so, so anyway, so look at what's missing. For your first thoughts are going to be, oh, well, okay, it's probably a built-in shader that needs to be upgraded to URP, because if you know what you're doing, you're gonna know that you are in you're using universal, especially if you've done all this. Hopefully you remember. I mean, I tend to forget too, but if you jump in between different projects, I think I'm kind of getting to the point where I'm doing every project URP now, so but anyways, so this could be like a material that's in, if you check all materials, you'll probably see, oh, look, oh my goodness, we got some, what is going on? Oh, the humanity, but whatever. Anyway, so going back to that, I want to stay on track here. We're going to try to get some work done. So you also, if you look here, if you've worked in doing any of this stuff, and you understand, like if you don't understand, like I'm not being mean or anything, guys, but it, like the visual that you see, like the tree, for example, there's a lot of components that are involved to create that visual. Okay, there's the shader graphs is kind of another thing to it, right? It's adding, like for example, like I haven't built one of these myself, but it has wind effect and other things going on, right? There's obviously a lot of things connecting to each other, and there's a lot of different variables and such. And when they create that, so if I go undo, I'm just going to go undo, right? See all this stuff? This doesn't just magically get, you don't just magically twinkle your nose and all of it's there magically. Somebody had to spend time creating that, guys, right? All of this, they had to type that in. All that's been typed. If I look in the actual speed one here, whichever it is, I can't see it. I actually have to go like this. Speed tree URP bark. Okay, just got to go back to my custom to resize it again. You can see that you can add in a base map texture, you could add in a normal map and an extra map, right? So it's not only just the materials that you can create. Okay, that's a material. Okay, now we change it to leaves. Did I not change that back? Oh, it just jumped there. Okay, there we go. I just wanted to show you guys that for an example, right? So if I go, I guess it's a little late. I'm just gonna bring it back. Okay, so we're missing a texture, right? So you're beautiful, intelligent, smart people. You'll go, oh, I'm missing a texture. Oh, what do I do? Pretty simple, okay, to figure out. It doesn't take a rocket science or, to figure that stuff out, right? So textures are all part of creating the visual that you see, right? Hopefully, if you've done any 2D or pixel art animation and such, you'll know, you'll understand what a texture is. Okay, essentially these are all textures. Height maps, well, these are for, that's for the, when you're, what we use for creating the landscape, okay? So, the thing you do, I know I'm taking too long here, but I wanted to kind of be in detail and explain. So then the next thing you do is you go to the textures and you drag and drop the fern base color into there. Okay, I have the solution how to fix it right here, but for you guys, you get the kind of how to. So you go to the details, and then I would look for fern, and I grab the fern base color. I didn't mean to click it. You kind of have to light click it, but we have to go back to materials, click fern, go into details, and then just lightly drag and drop fern right into there. Okay, and that'll fix it. Okay, it does. But if you notice, okay, now keep the values that are here the same. Just don't mess with it, whatever. Just leave it alone. Okay, if you look, I clicked undo. I put it back to where it was, to the shader it had before. At least I think I did. No, I didn't. Now I did. Okay, the reason I knew that I didn't go back is because I didn't see shader here and the pull down list. Okay, but if you notice, there's also 3 different base maps too with the fern. So we lose 2 of them essentially because this shader graph has a lot more attention. Oh, look, there's a 4th one. Okay, I knew there was more. Fern has 1, 2, 3, 4. Each one of these has 4. Bush A has 3. Well, twig has 4. Dry has 4. Fern has 4. Grass A has 4. Grass C has 4. Right? 4 different textures. And that's what creates a beautiful visual. It gives your visual more detail and stuff. It really does. It's pretty awesome. And obviously you got all these values as well that are kind of built in with it. So here's what I wanted to explain, guys, so you understand. So if I went and clicked and went to nature and clicked this one, okay, look at all the stuff we lose. We lose so much information. Okay, so what you end up with a visual. Okay, the grass does become a visual, but it becomes bleh. It becomes bleh. So what I mean by that is, okay, so I'm glad I went through this and figured this out because I want it to be this. I don't want to change it. I want to keep it as terrain grass because the shader graph that's here is pretty awesome. Okay? Alright, I don't know why there's like I didn't create this, so I don't have enough experience to kind of decipher and break down what's going on here. I'd have to spend time digging into it. I'm trying to keep this project going while doing other things, improving my skill sets for you guys so that I have more future content for you guys. So I mean, I have no issues trying to figure out this kind of stuff. it doesn't scare me. And nor will I cry and whine on Unity discussions about it either. Oh, it's so... Just quit, kid. Just quit. If you're going to cry, just quit. Okay? McDonald's is hiring. Okay? If you can't do it, just go there. Okay? I know that's harsh, but don't want to listen to it crying. I'm one that appreciates the fact that I can use this software and learn from it. Okay? Appreciative. I'm just gonna leave it at that. So going to here, so going back, okay, going back, and then we're gonna get some work done, guys. Okay, I promise. Hopefully you learned something from this. So we lose the wind and all that. Okay, now I know you guys are probably like, well, if you click the terrain, and you're right. Just give it a sec. It's got to load and think and do whatever it's got to do. If you go, I'm actually clicking one of the terrains. Okay, I just clicked any random one. And then you go here to terrain settings. Of course, I'm using terrain tools, right? I click settings. And if you scroll down, you can actually adjust these too. Okay? So you get normal wind settings and such with grass. This is just grass dependent only, guys, not trees. This has no effect or bearing. Look, it says it right there. They're literally telling you the word molecules. Wind settings for grass. Okay? It's right there. That's why they put the word grass. They're being explicit, right? In case you get that dirt burger goes, why are my trees moving? Because it's for grass. Okay, so you can change this here. But also how it works, one must kind of take kind of like a order of operations type thing. One kind of takes precedence over another. I call it order of operations, but if you go to build settings, you could drag in scenes and you could have an order of scenes. Let me just, I wonder if I could find a good example. I don't know where I can find a good example to show you guys here. Just so you understand what I'm saying, I don't have any scenes to drag and drop in. That's the problem. Okay, so imagine you had a list like this, okay? You could sort, you could drag and move. I can make element 1 start first. It's kind of like a starting thing, right? An order of operations. You can make element 1 start before element 0. I'm just saying that as an example. Obviously, we can't do that here, but off the top of my head, I can't think of where we could do something like that. See, oh, script, there we go. Hello, Bob. It's right here. Here's the example. Script execution order. Okay. You could actually, if you're creating a UI manager or such, you could actually drag and drop your UI manager and make it kind of script execution order. That's all I need to say. Okay, order of operations. Now, how maybe this takes precedence over what's here? It could. It possibly could. Internally in the code or however it's typed up, I don't know. Okay? Terrain grass. Right? Again, terrain grass has its own wind thing going on. Okay? You can see it right here. And they're hard-coded, essentially. I guess we could change them as well. So that's my point, guys. Okay? So the detail or the texture of it changes, right? But you lose that motion. Okay? I have to actually, I'm holding right click here just so you can see it. I don't need to play it, but that's what would happen. Okay, so I'm going to avoid this little error. You're better off just ignoring it. It's just a yellow error. Just get over it and deal with it. So essentially, if you change it, you lose your motion effect, if you will. And the texture and the colors would change too, as well. Okay, they might go lighter green or whatever. But they'll look like pieces of paper. They won't have that realistic look anymore. Again, that shader graph is pretty awesome, guys. So there you have it. There you know. Now you know. Okay. Hopefully that explains it. Okay. Hopefully that explains it. I don't have an example to show you. I don't really want to go backwards because then I'd have to kind of change it again to go forwards again. I'm going to call it going backwards because essentially you could get rid of the error. You could. And it does get rid of the error. Simply by going to materials and changing your shader. Okay? Again, be aware of what you're going to be losing when you do that. Okay? So what's more important to you? Having that nice, beautiful visual or an annoying yellow error? I think eventually it goes away. Eventually. Okay? So we're just going to deal. Okay? That's what we're going to do. Now, I want to get to creating. I know that was a little bit long, but hopefully that helped you guys out. Again, this is for you guys, right? Those that only care about 5-minute videos, they're losing. Too bad for them. Too bad for them. You guys are getting a little more information, a little more detail. Thankfully, I've got a little bit more rest as compared to yesterday. I do have my days, guys, but be aware too, right? I am working every day. I work every day, literally 10, 12-hour days, because I love and enjoying doing this. When you love and enjoy doing something, you don't mind sitting and working so long. I know it sounds terrible. I don't get out much. I do get out much, some. Okay, I do shopping and cooking and dishes and whatever. I kind of have to make it all happen. So it's not a full 12 hours, but might as well be. So, but yeah, I am enjoying doing this. So we're going to keep creating. Now, if you guys watched yesterday's stream, that was more tips and advice for you. We learned something new. You can actually, just like trees, trees I don't mind planting, okay? So if we go here, we can plant trees and we can plant rocks, okay? But I'm going to remove that because I don't want to do that. So just so you know, you can do that. You can plant rocks too. Isn't that insane? That's crazy. Crazy and wild all at the same time. We also have a wind. Now this wind CTI zone, I've got that from the forced package through the asset store. Okay, here's that error that we're talking about. Again, you lose detail. Okay, you get a different texture, you get a different look of the plant, you get a different visual. It's actually a nice visual, but it looks like paper and it's not moving either. It's basically a static object in your environment, essentially. So just ignore it, guys. I know it's annoying. And if you're like me, I can't stand seeing stuff like that because I like fixing it. But you got to take an attitude. It is what it is. And now that we've learned and researched it a little bit more, it's not so bad. Okay, and I think we still have that other problem with the trees. Again, I haven't done any shader graphs. I think it's a breakage in the shader graph. Now, I could be wrong. Okay, are our trees working nicely? I think so. Yes. Oh, yeah. So this is what you want. Okay, all the branches are connected to the leaves. Now, I don't know if I imported, because I like to kind of what I call borrowing. If you've been watching the series, I'll borrow, and it's open source from Unity. Unity's allowing us to use this. It says it in their URP demo, guys. Okay, they're explicit about it. I didn't know this at the time, but now I do. They say it's okay to use it. They've given us the privilege and the honor and the right and the ability to be able to use something that somebody else spent time. They paid this person individual to create. we get to use it. Now, if you're an indie developer, like myself, you know, I don't know if I'm an indie developer. I love creating and stuff and games and doing projects. I do. You know, maybe one day I'll release a game. I don't know. It's not my focus, but my focus is to help you guys learn and grow in that, and hopefully you appreciate it as well. Again, likes and subscribe. That helps with the channel. Okay, I'm not doing this stuff behind a paywall, guys. I'm not certain other channels. Okay, and I'm keeping it real, and you're gonna see errors. Okay, so yeah, for those that, you know, go, you had an error, you know what, just leave. Okay, because those that stay around eventually get to see how I fix it, and then they learn from it, and now they become smarter and wiser than you. Okay, so I have to do, see right here we got a break with this one. The main branch isn't connected with the little branches. That's not supposed to be like that. Now, I'm not going to blame Unity and be one of those crybabies in discussions, right? I've imported these into other projects and they've worked just fine. Now, I think it's an order of operations thing. That's what I'm thinking it is. You have to kind of bring the stuff in a certain order. So if you guys stick around and you're watching the content, eventually, hopefully, I'll dig into it. I'm going to probably start a new project, and I'm going to drag and drop trees in, and then I'm going to try to break it and see if I can figure out which order I should be dragging and dropping stuff in. And what I mean is, for example, the trees, right? Because there's the pines and such as well. Like, what do I bring in first? Should I bring in and I'm going to test and try to figure it out. Should I bring the shaders in first? Shader graphs in first? Should I bring the textures in first? Should I bring in the prefabs in first? I don't know. I'm going to work at it and try to figure it out. Because there's obviously a certain way that I did this tree. This tree is working beautifully. Okay, I beep up the trees myself. Okay, that's on me. They do work. Again, I have them imported or dragged and dropped into other projects, and they're working just fine. Okay, just being clear so you guys understand. Whew! Man, what a stream today, huh, guys? Hopefully you're learning stuff today. I really hope so. I need some more coffees. So yeah, if you guys are watching and following the series, you guys are going to be winning. Literally winning. Okay? Literally winning, because you're getting secretive. It's not really secretive, but you're getting advice, support, tips, tricks, explained, things explained, and how-tos and what not to do's and all those sort of things. Okay, just by watching the series. Okay. All right. Okay, so we're gonna keep creating. How much time? I'm trying to keep these at an hour, hour and a half, but I know I've been talking. So let's do a little bit of work. Work for a half an hour. We'll get some stuff done. Lots to do, guys. There's someone recently commented on the recent video. I have to kind of decipher and try to understand what they mean behind their question, but I'm definitely willing to help. The only thing I could think of, they were talking about blending a roadway with, like, for me, with the blending, maybe I have to do a separate stream on it. I don't know how to help them exactly. I gotta deal with a commercial. Konnichiwa! Nice. Okay, music. All right. So with blending, I kind of just, the secret to blending, I think, is keeping your brush down. Well, strength is up. What is, do I have to pick, what is up here? What are we on here? Are we on painting? We're on paints. Why is my brush so huge? It seems like it's massive. I don't know why. Look at the size of it there. Why did it feel like it was massive? Keeping the strength and the brush size down. I think that's key. Just depends on what you're doing. Like, this stuff is kind of blending together. It just is. And what blending, see, if you look at the circle, guys, my brush, can you see that the center is whiter, or looks like foggy? It looks cloudy. The center looks cloudier, okay? But if you look at the edges, you can see the edges fade. You see that? And I think that's how you get it. So with your brush strength, your brush size literally isn't it's not the outer circle, it's the foggy area. That's your actual brush, I believe, okay? Correct me if I'm wrong. But as you can see, the edges fade out, and that's how you get your fade, okay? That's how you get your blend. Now again, don't go so heavy, right? These are based on out of 100. So 13% brush strength right now. My size of my brush is 8. You can use shortcuts. There are shortcuts to size your brushing at. I changed mine to 1. Whoa, what did I just do? Did I hit 2D? That's interesting. I pressed the word 2, the number 2, and it changed. Anyways, I pressed the wrong one. 3, 4, and 5. I changed mine to 3, 4, and 5. They were W, A, S, or D. I use W, A, S, D to move and just like you're playing a game, right? I'll sprint with the shift button. Sorry that I'm all over the place here, guys. But I changed it because the rotate and all that when you're actually painting, it just got all messed up. So now if you notice, I'll just go right here and I'll adjust it. And then as I'm moving and panning and zooming around and flying around, I'm not going to be accidentally changing my values, okay? So that can happen. So if you've been watching any of my videos, I've showed how to change that, okay? Hopefully you've seen that. Now I'm talking about this. Stop hitting the wrong button. 2, 3 is strength, 4 is size, and 5 is rotation. Okay, rotation doesn't really matter with painting. It honestly doesn't. Okay, tips and advice here, guys. Tips and advice. And then when I'm painting and doing stuff, like if you notice, I went with, hopefully you've been following, I started with the pebbles first before I did the rocks, right? There's kind of a grayish tint, and I think things happen for a reason. And plus it also gave, when I was using pebbles, it gave me an idea where I wanted to paint. I had a good idea, right? So I picked certain areas like valleys, in the terrain, and you can see the kind of the grayish outline, right? That's the pebbles layer, and then on top of that I put the rocks. Okay, that's how you get the blend. I hope that helps. If whoever is commenting, hopefully that helps them, right? Pebbles, and then soils and rocks. And again, brush size, brush strength. Small, little. Okay? 18%. 20%. Somewhere in there. Okay? No, no, no. No, no. No, no, no. No, no. Yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. He speaks, I think he speaks Hindu, so, which is fine. Namaste. But there's going to be a language barrier, right? So that's why I said that. Hopefully he understands, but that's how I get the blending. Okay? It's a little bit hard. I have to kind of pick a character, right? You can see the blending. This is the actual terrain, right? So that's, again, it all looks good from an airplane. Nobody can tell. You can kind of see the rows with the texture because it's all basically tiles, essentially. So you can see that. But to save yourself a lot of painting the grass, just pick the terrain as grass. Again, there's a lot of surface area to cover here, guys, with the grass and stuff, okay? Speaking of grass, oh, excuse me. We should be getting some work done. So what I was thinking, let's see, let's go back over here, okay? So I wanted to kind of have some of these areas really thick. I wanted thickness, a lot of thickness. See, guys? I don't want to mess with it. We got that nice, beautiful visual. All I'm doing is right-clicking. I don't even have to hit play, but I can see the motion in the plant. Again, the plant is using... So what did we do? That's a bush A or something? Bush A. Let's go back to trees. I believe it's bush A. Bush A? Probably bush A. So if we go to bush A, not rocks. Hello. Okay, let's minimize this. Those are our trees. Trees as materials. Oh. Okay, never mind. Let's go into here. This is where we want to be. Okay, this is the frame, the skeleton. Okay, think of it like that. The mesh is the skeleton. Okay. So bush A, right? Bush A has the wind speed, the intensity, the turbulence. Again, we could change these values right here. We really could. But I like it. I think their settings are just fine. It's perfect. It looks so good. Well, don't mess with what's already good, guys. Again, the guys at Unity or whoever created this, Shader Graph, they know what they're doing. They're a smart, intelligent, beautiful person. They truly are. Okay, I'm going to keep it. Because I want the motion. I want the motion. Alright, so grass, I'm thinking, so we want to add, now the other thing I want to figure out is how to size my grass. That's the only other thing, right? So I'm clicking the terrain, I want to paint. I want to do grass. That's way too large. So we're going to just, so if you want like a whole thick area of grass, you have to have a higher density, right? Obviously, right? So, but as you can tell, my brush is only size 3. I'm going to undo that. We're just going to do some testing somewhere. I don't know. Just some testing. I want to kind of try to figure out what we should have. There's too many different areas with gaps. Okay, I don't mind some gaps, but there's a little bit too much for me, so I'm not sure how we can fix that. I mean, I could really, so tree heights. Does this have an effect on the grass? What's up? I thought I got rid of all the rocks. The reason I'm doing that, guys, because you end up with floaters. And And if you've been watching the series, if you paint, anything you paint becomes permanently part of the terrain. So once you paint it, did I undo that over there? Hopefully I did. Once you paint it, it becomes permanent. Once you close and save, your changes become permanent. Okay, hopefully you're smart and you've been listening. You back up your project. WinZip it. Zip it up. I don't know, whatever software you want to use. Zip up your project at the end of the day. In case you make a mistake or derp or something you do that you don't like, or you delete something by accident, you got a 1 day backup. Okay, that's to help you out. Again, this is a lot of creating, guys. It's easy to lose something. I could delete this by accident. There is a time I deleted a terrain. You can lose it forever. There might be no undo. And even if you exit without saving, like sometimes there's an autosave going on. It might autosave with that section of terrain deleted. No bueno, no bueno. Okay? Alright. Be bueno, mi amigo. Be bueno. Mi amigo, be bueno. Okay. Alright. Okay, what am I talking about now? Were we gonna do something, but of course I lost track. I lost track. Oh, rocks, yes. Now I remember. We have floaters. We have floaters. Somewhere we have floaters. Okay, these ones are always vertical. If I go here, I can't select this rock at all. Whoops. That's actually not bad. I'm planning on planting in here anyways. Shrub. But yeah, if you paint the rocks, that's fine. You can see this one here is a floater. From above, you can't tell. Okay, but imagine somebody playing as a character walking through here. They could see that the rock is kind of in the ground, but it's a bit of a floater. So I'm gonna have to kind of cheat it a little bit and just put a fake, not a fake rock, but I'm gonna position a rock under there. Again, this isn't too bad. I mean, I can adjust the terrain, I guess, a little bit to kind of suit it. Could play around with that. But it is faster to paint rocks. It really is. You could. But the thing is you're going to get the same rock, same position. This is going to be a vertical rock all the time. It's just going to have a different orientation or rotation. That's it. Again, as soon as you paint it, it becomes part of the environment. So do take note of that. Okay? Take note, guys, right? Some of my boulders, which it's going to be very tedious and time consuming. Control Z. I'm going to see if I can find one here. But some of these rocks, see, I could actually click this one. I could rotate it. I could do whatever I want. Okay? These ones are being independently placed. I'm trying to actually, I have a way to make it quicker. I'm going to select a group of rocks like this and just copy them just like I did yesterday. And then I'm going to have to just kind of independently place and position and rotate so it looks natural. Okay, that's what I'm planning on doing. Hopefully this helps you guys in your own creating. Again, you're going to learn from my mistakes. Again, I'll say it again. You are winning! Okay? It's a win for you. My fails are your wins. So here's the other thing I'm thinking. So what we need to do first, I do want to have thick areas of grass and such. I wanted to kind of do a small area of this stuff. Just little sections, not full sections, if you know what I mean. Like I'm going to just have this area like that. And then I'm going to use something else over here. But I want to also do, I want to plant a lot of grass as well. Okay, guys? So I'm thinking that's why we're going to do these little ones first. Like, you want to kind of, yeah, we're going to do these first, and then we're going to kind of maybe, let's add in some twigs. Okay, I'll just show you so I understand. So you understand. Okay, let's add in some twigs. I know there's twigs in here. I think. Do we have twigs? Sure we have twigs. Where are you, twig? There we go. Little twigs. Okay, add. Oh, is it already in there? I'm already on top of it. See? Twigs. So I want to kind of fill these little areas here with twigs. I know it's going to be hard to see. It would be easier to see if what's our base layer? I'd have to do this, right? And I really don't want to, but I would have to turn off my base layer. I don't know if that's possible. I could delete it and then add it again, but I really don't want to be honest. I just don't want any difficulties. Okay, so I'm going to plant a bunch of these little twigs first. Again, if you're a character walking through the scene, you can see it, right? You see that? Imagine I'm a character. It's harder to see when we're not flying an airplane. It's not a flying an airplane game, right? It's a person, character walking around game. Okay? That's what it is. So we're going to add these twigs. And these are nice. I love them. Thank you, Unity. You guys are awesome. So we're just going to do this. Random. Let's see. Okay, I could probably turn it up a little bit, right? Or, I don't know. Let's turn it up a little bit. We're going to turn it up a notch. There's quite a bit. So I wonder if I should maybe not go that crazy. Because again, when you do that, be aware, guys. Wherever you plant stuff, you can't plant another plant where something already exists. That makes sense? You can't have two objects. It's like physics 101 stuff. You can't have two objects with mass occupy the same space, right? So you're going to have that issue. So maybe it is smart and wise for me to kind of maybe just keep it down. And we'll just add some random twigs, little ones here and there. Okay, we're not going to go too heavy, too crazy with it, but we're going to kind of spam it. Okay, and it's going to be harder to see, but I do know that they're being placed, right? I can see them there. There they are. Okay, and then we're just going to pick some random areas. You know what would be smart? Actually, Z. I'm going to undo all what I just did. Remember, Control Z is your friend, guys. Let's, I went all the way to the rock. That's okay. At least I know I've maybe I could go Control Y. I don't think I made any changes. I don't think. How far do I have to undo here? Just not seeing any right now. Oh. Redo. Okay, that's it. Okay, stop. Yeah, they're here. Okay, I'm just gonna ignore it. Okay, I'm thinking, and it's kind of good where I put them. I know it's hard to see, guys. Again, see, you can see them. Okay, I'm a character walking around. Obviously, I'm gonna be a little bit taller, but you can kind of see it. Okay, again, if I didn't have the base layer, you would see it better. I think the smartest thing to do is kind of place them in these dry areas. Right? Just some random ones. Just some randomness. That's what we're going to do. It doesn't look like I'm painting anything, guys, but I am. Right? We'll have a look. Am I painting? Or am I not painting? We should make sure we are painting. That's the other thing. Make sure you select a brush, guys. Okay, start again. Where are you? Twig. Do I need some glasses for my glasses? There you are. How'd you end up over there? That's weird. Okay, there. Let's have a look. Okay, good. Now we can see them. All right, here we go. Let's start again. Just kind of, I think, just on the edges here. Just imagine the area is kind of dry. And again, I'm in this mossy kind of area. I haven't really figured out what I'm going to do yet. This is good natural grass area. I might leave it like that. And we might, I don't know, we'll see. We might end up putting grass on these areas here. I haven't really 100% figured it out yet. So I'm gonna stay, I want to stay close to the river edge though. I don't want to stray too far away. Okay. We'll just add some twigs here and there. Did that actually work? It did too. Okay, so it does work on the hill's edge. Now we'll just add some randomness here and there. I still have to figure out what I'm doing with this area. Should add more plants. Okay, let's just keep going. Let's work over here now. We'll add some dryness. There we go. Okay. Adding some dry plants. Here and there. That's a rocks. Good enough. Rocks. Rocks. Did a pretty good job painting these areas. I want to look for them kind of areas that are like that. That's what I want. Maybe some here. Why not? Stay close to the edge. We're just planting twigs, guys. Planting twigs. Just wondering how much I should do, to be honest. I want to kind of be, let's see, going back to here. You got some dry areas here. I feel like I could turn this up a little bit. I'm just picking random spots. Try not to go too crazy. Put some twigs beside that. There we go. Makes it look more natural. I want lots, but I don't want to go overkill either. I'm just going to imagine some of these areas here. Have twigs. twigs here and there. And again, guys, you know, if you need more, you can always add more later, right? I think that's good. Just kind of keep one side twigs. Perfect.
This is an AI avatar.
That is awesome, Sawsome. Everybody's jumping on the AI bandwagon, huh? Yeah, but can you code? Hilarious. How are we doing for time? Yeah, we're pretty much getting to the end here, guys. I'm trying to keep the videos around an hour and a half. I don't know if that's still too long. I don't know. Hopefully not. Hopefully it's just right. You guys love it. Random twigs here and there. Picking these kind of little dry-ish areas. I don't want to stray too far away though. I gotta be careful. Yeah, now we got this area here, which I really haven't figured out what I'm gonna do yet. I'm not even sure why I painted it. Like, should I paint more grass on these hilly areas? I probably should. That's why I'm kind of avoiding it right now. Lots to do, guys. Again, if I was working on this 8-12-hour days, I'd have a lot more done, right? Even yourself, you would have a lot more done because you're spending more time doing it. I'm working on this for you guys. We're just kind of creating together. Feel free to follow along. Start your project. Start from video 1. Start your project from there. Follow the series. That'd be awesome, Sawsome. That's kind of what it's about. And yeah, again, take the kind of the wins. I don't know how to say this, but like kind of pick and choose what you like and what you want to do with your world or your environment. You don't have to use the exact same layers or painting brushes or not the size and such you want to, for the most part. You could play with it, adjust it, try different things yourself, right? But in regards to painting, like your layers, you can pick and choose different layers. You don't have to go with these, okay? It's up to you. You're an intelligent, beautiful person, so, and I know you have brain molecules. You'll figure it out, right? Don't let it scare you. Don't let that, especially don't let that little troll in the back of your mind keep you down. Okay, yeet. Yeet that little troll, okay? Don't listen to it. It's the little voice in the back of your mind trying to tell you that you can't. Okay? Don't listen to that, definitely. The only way to get better at something is to do it, guys. I'm trying to motivate you. Right? Yeah. I'm just trying to, yeah. You can do it! That's right. You can do it. Let's go. Let's go. Dun, 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 dun. All right. But yeah. Try different things. Do different things. I didn't want to go too crazy. We're trying to keep it kind of minimalistic, I guess, a little bit. Trying to. I wanted to have a heavier treed area. To be honest, this might be a perfect spot right here. What do you guys think? This whole area right here, all treed. Probably a good idea. I probably should do some... There's a bit of contouring here. It's not flat, which is good, right? Natural. But I haven't painted anything yet. Again, this is the base layer right here. Okay? That's why it looks like that. Everything else here I've painted. This is all painted. So, yeah, maybe I'll just tree it, but we got to do something here. It's just, yeah, I think I should paint a little bit more around here. Definitely. And then we're going to add some kind of solo trees there as well. All right. We're going to leave it at that, guys, gals. Johnny here, Whiskey Tango Coding Sharp. I appreciate you guys, you viewers, those of you watching. You're awesome, awesome. Subscribers, you know I love you guys. Definitely. That's not even a question. Thank you for the support of the channel. You guys are epic. Friends, fam, thank you for being here. Johnny Whiskey Tango Code appreciates you. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have an awesome day. And for now, I'm going to say peace out. Take care, guys. Peace!
Maybe I don't understand this. You're changing, I can't stand it. My heart can't take this damage. In the way I feel, can't stand it. Maybe I don't understand this. You're changing, I can't stand it. My heart can't take this damage. In the way I feel, can't stand it. Maybe I don't understand it. You're changing, I can't stand it. My heart can't take this damage. In the way I feel, can't stand it. Maybe I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I don't understand it.